Hi everyone. Just has to be a theme about snow, doesn't it, today? Can you see the snow falling in the background there? I just love the snow. I find it really exciting. Joking aside, I was saying to my daughter today, I've got my newsletter to write and I have my YouTube video to do. I wonder what my theme's going to be this week. And Ellie said, oh, I know what it is. It's got to be, you can use me as an example and you can say that my daughter, she's a teaching assistant, my daughter has had to get up every morning in the cold to go out to work, and she's had to stand in a playground for half an hour every day, getting colder and colder. Her poor hands, she's been coming back from work with red raw hands because she's been so cold. I ended up giving her my thermals to wear when I used to do my gardening work, and so linked to the newsletter under the theme, she said that what it could be is that sometimes you've just got to get on and do something, even though it's really, really horrible and you don't want to. You've just got to woman up, because we like to be gender equal in this household. You just got to woman up and get on and do it because it's an important thing to do. And in fact, today was her birthday, and luckily the school was shut. But she'd have had to have got up on her birthday and got frozen solid. But because of the snow, the school was shut. And then on Facebook, a friend of mine, Christine Dimmer, I don't know if you see my YouTube videos, Christine, but she put up a picture or a quote, which was to have the courage to live life the way you want to. And I read that and I thought that's kind of similar to what Ellie said about sometimes you just got to get on, find the inner grit and the inner determination and the courage, as Christine says in her quote, to just get on and do it. In fact, Christine says in her quote that you only have one chance at life, that life isn't a rehearsal. You just sometimes got to go on and do it if it's important enough to you. So yeah, that could be the theme, couldn't it? And then the other thing that's happened this week is that my third niece was born this week, which has been a very joyous thing in my family. And we're delighted that little Lena is now part of our family. And the birth wasn't an easy one. And on whilst my sister-in-law was in labour, I looked after my nephew, and he's an absolutely adorable little chappie. They should be very, very proud of him. I haven't looked after a 3-year-old. My children are mostly grown up now for quite a long time, and I came back thinking, goodness me, it is hard work looking after little ones. Lovely, but it is really hard work, as my brother is finding out, having to do the bulk of the childcare now that all of the childcare now that my sister-in-law's still in hospital. And I thought it would be very easy, wouldn't it, to think of, I've got to find the courage, and I've got to do this, and I've got to look after my nephew, and oh, it's hard work to diet, oh, it's hard work to look after my nephew, oh, it's hard work with the snow and feeling cold and having to go to work when it's not fair. But actually, I wish I could twist the phone around and show you my garden, but the light's just too bright to show you. My garden is gorgeous at the moment, and watching the snow is mesmerising, and having my family, other than my son who's up at uni, I wish he was with us at the moment for all sorts of reasons. I'm missing you at the moment, Ollie, but he's not. He's safely ensconced. I've checked that up in Leeds, and but we're all home. My husband stayed home from work. My youngest son is off school because the school's shut. My daughter's home because the school's shut. And we're all home. We've got enough food. Our heating works. We are enjoying watching it and looking at the latest weather updates. And it's quite fun, actually. You know, I've managed to see most of my clients this week by doing an open day before the snow started to try and get as many people in as possible. And it's all been very exciting and dramatic and quite a lot of fun. So I guess my message this week is it's easy to focus on all of the things that we can think are really hard in our lives, dieting being potentially one of them, but instead focus on what you can be grateful for and all the lovely side of the not so nice things. So even dieting has a lovely side to it in that you have got there's so much loveliness actually that you could focus on, that you have that inner ability in you to do something absolutely amazing for yourself, to look after yourself in that way. If you're doing Cambridge Weight Plan with me or whoever, then you've found something that blinking well works, and it certainly did for me, losing my 7.5 stone, and I've kept it off now for 5 years. You can focus on all the things you're gaining from losing weight. I'm in size 8 jeans and a size 6 top now, and I feel great when I choose my clothes in the morning. It's no oh god, what's clean and covers up the bumps. It's what do I fancy wearing today. It's feeling confident in your own skin and content and not worried. I've got my husband's work's Christmas do in March, don't ask, but it's tomorrow, and I'm not worrying about it at all. I'm just gonna relax and enjoy myself and not feel self-conscious. There is so much that you can focus in on with dieting rather than the deprivation and poor me. And the more you think about the deprivation and the poor me and that I can't have this and I can't have that, the harder and harder it gets. The more you focus in on all that's fantastic and all that you're gaining, the easier and easier it gets. That's my message this week. I hope you're all safe and warm in the snow. Bye.